Hello Libra, welcome to your full moon and lunar eclipse in Cancer reading. This is going to be a 6-card oracle spread, and I've already shuffled, meditated on your sign, Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Just going to cut them here on camera for you. We're using the Enchanted Map Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. 6-card spread, recent past, present point of advantage, challenge or resistance, unexpected help, and your advice, as well as the outcome. And we're focusing on how this moon is going to be affecting you in your 10th house, career, your long-term goals, status, reputation. This is your house as well that of masculinity, fathers, your public image. Okay, clarifying with the tarot, same thing here. Meditated. Hope we can get some clear insights for you guys. And Libra, this is for Libra sun, moon, and rising. Libra sun, this can be affecting you on your soul level. And Libra ascendant, rising, this could be manifesting in your physical world. And Libra moons, this of course could be affecting you on an emotional level. So let's see what we have. I'm also going to get a message at the end for the cards underneath both decks to kind of tie in what comes through this spread for you. So I hope you enjoy. Welcome back to subscribers. Of course, Happy New Year to you all. So here we are, recent past. So some of you, this is the recent past, listening with the Three of Cups. I feel that some of you have taken the place of observer in the past, in the recent past here. Observer. With the Three of Cups, there could have been something to celebrate. There could have been some connections that were made, but I also kind of get a sense for some of you, you've been expanding in your communication, allowing yourself to be in a place where you are taking more of a listening approach rather than speaking. Some of you this could be you keeping your plans, your long-term goals to yourself. Some of you may have felt that you've needed to protect your plans. There could be something again that you've been kind of as well gathering some information or inspiration for. Something here, I'm getting a sense for some of you, there's already been this sort of accomplishment or something else that you've been doing, and you've been kind of listening to feedback, and the feedback has been good. So for some of you, you've gotten this sense, because it's also your reputation, fame. Whatever you've kind of put out there, or whatever you have been doing in your recent past, is maybe bringing you in some connections where you're seeing that people are happy with what it is that you're producing. Whatever you put out there, there's this gathering that it's bringing. So some of you had something to celebrate, or you've had this sense of that you are expanding, or even your reputation expanding, getting the reception that you've wanted for something. Because you can always produce something, but what is the reception? People work, so hard on movies, and they think they're working on, this epic film that's going to bring them accolades, and then sometimes that doesn't happen. Cats, anyone? But yeah, there's something here with the recent past. I feel like what you've been producing, what you have been doing, you've been kind of sensing that there's good things happening through that. You're on to something with whatever you have already done, and as well too, there's maybe some good conversations that are going on about you, and that you are sensing this. So I'm also kind of getting a sense of people coming together, celebrating you, or celebrating your work, celebrating what you've done, what you are doing, and so that's very positive for your recent past, especially in this house. So that's in that place you've been kind of made. So you've done it, and then you kind of pull back and you kind of taking it in, and the reception has been good for what it is that you have been doing for your long-term plans, your career, your reputation, or what it is that you want to be known for. I feel like you've in your recent past been attracting your audience, attracting your tribe, attracting your soul family, in that sense of by through the work that you have been doing. Okay, so that's been something good with the recent past. Where you are currently in your present point of advantage is healing the ouch, and we do have this King of Swords energy. Could be an air sign person, could be authority, could have something to do with the law, something here that you've been working on healing, making better, fixing a situation here. Your respect, I feel, too. Healing your sense of respect, and as well your intelligence. Some of you are in this place of authority somewhere in your world that is making up for something in the past that maybe or again, there's this healing, the ouch, for there to be a healing that's needed. There has to have been some wound. So I feel that you have overcome the wounds of the past, and you're in a position where you're taking your power over any difficulties that you've had in this area, difficulties that you've had in how you've been seen, as well the structure uh, of your career, taking a bit more of a leadership role in that sense. And this is a masculine house as well, father energy. Some of you could be healing your relationship with your father, or healing, if not with your father, you're doing so, taking the power to heal the past traumas or whatever would need healing here. You're taking an intellectual approach to this, so you're taking, again, initiative, and you're doing so in a way that some of you, this could even be in the form of taking therapy, but again, it's taking some type of power, leadership, or control over the situation to heal, and as well respect being restored in a situation. So for some of you, if you've maybe lost respect in some area, there's a sense of this kind of changing and this respect returning, and as well too sharing your hardships, being open about your journey towards success in your career, how you've gotten to this point of mastery, and it hasn't been easy, but for some of you, I feel this progression, you've gone through this progression of healing the past, healing this also as well too, how people respect you. Also kind of get a sense that some of you are in this place where there may be maybe someone that wants to heal, and it could not necessarily be your father. It just could be a male energy that has had some effect on you or influence on you in the past. There's this rise in your status or sense of mastery, again, that you've gained in your position, in your career, in your world, where this person has maybe realized the error in their ways of either misjudging you, what's that word, when they take you for granted, or you know, not seeing you for who you are. I feel that for some of you in your recent past, there has been some talk and chatter about you. That your status has been raising based on something that you have been doing. Again, it could have something to do with your status with your career, or with the law, or some other authority. that you're making right here. I also kind of get a sense too that some of you, this is something maybe even legal that you're taking a powerful stance in, for some sense of justice. We don't have the justice card out, but I kind of get a sense of this with the law and authority with this card. Kind of someone who, you know, is not, well, can be cold, but it's more so I do what needs to be done. I say what needs to be said, not necessarily what. You know, they're not worrying about emotions or feelings, but at the same breath, this healing energy that you're doing in the process by being so focused, maybe even having to be cold and calculated in making a situation right somewhere, healing it even if it's not for the situation, for yourself. So that's a point of advantage here that I feel that some of you are, your sense of respect for what you do is returning, it's coming. Okay. Shutting down naysayers, or again, anyone who's doubted your potential, again, is coming back around when as they're seeing you coming to this position of power. That could even just be healing for you. Not even in a sense of taking on anyone back, but it's a healing thing for anyone who was doubting you, or, you know, in a situation. It's healing for you to be in this position now, or at least that's what's coming in with this full moon and eclipse. Okay, what we have for your resistance, an area of challenge. We do have encouragement and the Ace of Wands. Two very positive cards. But I feel this is for some of you, it's maybe a challenge for you to accept help. Challenge for you to see where there could be a new beginning, where you can start anew somewhere. Because just as you have changed in a situation, there could be someone else who has changed in a situation, but you don't always want to, you know, always go by what you know. These are just general energies I'm reading into here. So go by what you know, and if someone doesn't deserve a second chance, then by God, by all means, don't give that to them. But as far as new opportunities and starting, I feel like for some of you, it's like for something, once you get started, there, you can blaze through something, but it's like for some of you, it's actually getting started with a new plan or a new idea, and having the encouragement. Some of you may be feeling like some of you may feel like you're still lacking in some encouragement, or to start something new. I'm also kind of getting patience, or there's something that you're waiting to start, and you're waiting to start it. I don't want to say you're waiting for someone, but almost you're feeling like you need a nudge from the universe as far as timing with something, of when to start it. You need more support with something, or there's more that you're expecting before you get something, like for your inspiration to kind of flow out through a new venture, or a new project, or something else that you need to start. It's getting started, and feeling motivated to get started on something new that you maybe have had your eye on, had an idea on, starting here. So it's like I get a sense that there's something that you've done where there's more to come. There's more to come, and there's some anticipation of this. There's some anticipation, but for some of you, you may feel like it's not enough. Or again, the start of something, or when to start it, you feeling like the nudge, or the encouragement from the universe to actually get started with it, with a new idea, new birth here. Also with this new birth, for some of you, the challenge may be actual new birth. Could be family, or their challenge. For some of you too, the challenge to heal in the masculine with even father energy could be as a result of a child wanting to asking or wanting that opportunity to you know, so there could be a little bit of that. Again, this is general, so, and some things can just come out for those of you in different situations. So for some of you, starting anew, you being nudged, some of you are being nudged to kind of go forth maybe before you're ready to, or you know, but there's someone else that wants that maybe healing or wants the new start or new beginning with. New encouragement. Again, this is a challenge or resistance. So for some of you, you may be resisting help. You may be resisting the opportunity. There could be someone around a situation, around your career, who's maybe watching you or has been watching you, wants to offer you something here. But you may not be ready to. Either you not be ready to, you don't trust the situation, or you may feel like it's not right, or it's not something where you want to give your power away. You maybe feel like someone wants to take your power in some way, or they're encouraging you because they see you as an opportunity. So some of you, that's maybe a little bit of what you're dealing with as far as contradictory energy with what is a challenge or resistance, noticing what is good or what is good about someone's help. Rather than being in this mode where, you know, maybe you feel like you don't need anyone, or you want to do something very more independently or on your own, or that you need to. So that's in that area. I feel like I might come back just kind of looking on. So unexpected help, we do have goblins with the Two of Pentacles. So goblins is facing your fears, having the opportunity to face any fears. And I'm getting with the Two of Pentacles, this is kind of, the Two of Pentacles, I feel like it's choices, being in a place where you have the power to make decisions and see the details of what you need to revise, what you need to edit, what you need to go back and change. What needs to be changed in a situation that is just not too pretty here. I'm getting a sense that you may be someone who's shining a light in an area that, I've also kind of getting hidden enemies here, going back and forth. But something here with this is like it's a help to you. Someone or something here going back and forth. There's the good and the bad in every situation, and even as far as your status goes. Your shadow side may be something of a sense, or what has been in the shadows. There could be, I feel this kind of, this isn't an infinity symbol, but I'm kind of, I just pictured in my head the yin and yang, balancing the light with the dark, and you being someone who's not afraid, again, to be in this position where you want to heal. In order for there to be healed, there has to be wounds, okay? The goblins show up to remind you of those things that you need to overcome, but there could be this sense where you have a better sense of control over that, and that's something that could be admired. In the sense that, yes, everything may not be perfect in your world. You have your own struggles, but you have conquered it, controlling your destiny. You've conquered it in the sense of being able to work even in an environment or situation that is not the most ideal for you. You're still overcoming a lot. And so in that sense, something you're doing is amazing in the situation that is maybe again not ideal, or you standing out in kind of the midst of that as well. I sense that for some of you, this is like even negative attention will be bringing something positive here that you can turn and alchemize into a positive. So there could still be some kind of confusion even about what it is that you're trying to accomplish, what your aim is as far as your status, your reputation, but it may not even be about that. It may be about a higher divine purpose that you are living, walking into, healing a situation. Healing isn't always pretty. It's not always, Namyo Horengeko, like this is like, I'm just saying, I'm just getting kind of like when you heal, sometimes it's not pretty. And if a situation is like, I kind of get the sense that the worst will be behind you as well. But there will be some things that you're still going to be juggling with, kind of a duality, and whatever comes out of the shadows, there's a sense of benefit because and these are if it's not your own self-doubt, these are doubters. These are people trying to pull you back into, or pull you down, or some of you may be in an environment where you have a lot more ability to come out of rough waters a lot more solid than others who have been through your situation. So that may be something, again, that's going to be tied to something you're known for, something where that is going to actually be assisting and helping you in your career. I also kind of get a sense of like you being able to see where even what would be the kind of like the ugly side of fame, recognition. So some of you may be making some adjustments where that's concerned if you have gained some status. So here, what is your advice? We have mountain with star. So your balance, Libras, I feel will be definitely called for with whatever this lunar eclipse is going to be bringing by way of your career, your reputation, this area of masculinity, and how your experience with that, especially father energy, has affected you. Because here with the mountain as your advice, I feel that it's boundaries with what you share, boundaries with what people see, identifying issues and obstacles and healing them. Again, it's more healing energy coming in. And there's a sense of healing that you can do that is almost in a sense that people can witness it and heal simultaneously through sharing, but as well not being too accessible. Shining a light on what is an obstacle here and how to heal it. This is some of your advice with your career too, I feel. There's something here that you will be known for in a sense that I'm almost kind of getting as well. This was going to be a strong position for you, where anyone that would be trying to pull you back, talk about doubting your abilities, or even what your reputation is. There's a sense of getting to this place where almost in a sense where there's nothing that you can say because I've already shared it. There's nothing that you can say that will, because I'm already open in that sense. I'm open in that sense of being honest about what my challenges are, what my challenges were, what my obstacles were. And that in that sense, you're healing a situation. There's also something here that has to do with a wish fulfillment, and you fulfilling a need for something in your career that has been tough, but you are in kind of like in this position to kind of do that. So it's like it's being open and sharing, but also creating an obstacle for anything that's not going to be contributing to your success, contributing to you in a positive way, as well to creating your boundaries even through success or some other type of fame. There's something here where you will maybe need to protect yourself, because too being able to identify what is that kind of a low vibration. I get low vibration energy from this card. There's some movement that some of you may be able to kind of pull yourself out of an environment. Now, I get a sense too that there is a sense that you have outgrown an environment, Libra. I kind of picked that up with your oracle card looking into 2020 on my Twitter too, and I'll leave the handle down below. I was going to talk about it at the end. But there could be some help too. If someone's giving you kind of this new opportunity and you're resisting it, and this could be an opportunity to travel and an opportunity to move, kind of be in a more supportive environment. Some of you may felt like you've needed to kind of stay where you are. But you do have an option of where you can kind of maybe settle yourself into a better environment where there's not so much of this low level vibration. So there's a sense that you're rising higher, but in the midst of healing and what I feel on the other side of that healing also needs to be an actual physical change. So for some of you, I feel like that's that whatever, and some of you may have wanted that and needed that, and you're not trusting a new situation that may be offering you the chance to kind of pull yourself out of an environment that is just not good no matter what. There's, because some of you could, could be very gifted, talented, but find yourself in an environment where, there's not a lot of people that are like you or have that gift. And, also too, maybe others may be taking advantage of your healing energy, your expertise, but not really being in a place where they can, not even reciprocate, but appreciate. And there's a sense of, I'm kind of getting of an energy that wants to kind of keep you as, it's almost like a parasite, so some of you, I feel like there's this opportunity coming in for you to kind of leave an environment, and you will shine in a place where there's that energy can't reach you, that energy can't affect you. But you would have to take that physical move and make that choice, making that decision. As I feel like for some of you, you need a fresh start, and you'll know when the time is right here. Like, again, I feel of creating some type of boundaries. Could even be within your family, creating boundaries, needing to, but I feel that this is like this sense of healing, obstacles. Again, has been your obstacles for some of you, I feel identifying that will be, that there's this opening for you to kind of change your surroundings, and being in a place where you're a lot more appreciated or don't feel so weighted down by the low vibration energy, as you're going into a new level of status and respect. That's what I'm sensing that a lot of you Libras are coming into. But some of you just really kind of need to let go of something and accept some form of a new opportunity to make movement happen. All right, and then we have for the outcome, flying, Knight of Swords. So this is going forth with a plan, and I definitely get this as a sense of taking a move, because we have flying. Flying is about rising above negative patterns, or where there's this maze of low vibration, where you are going to be elevated over this. You're going to be elevated over this by you taking it and saying, yes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and make that move. And for some of you, it may come quickly, the decision to, because again, you have the choice. You have the choice, and what's going to help is kind of maybe seeing the ugly side or the shadow side of your environment that maybe is just like, those rough waters are kind of always going to be around there. But you have decisions, you have options, you have an option. And for some of you, maybe even realizing that, seeing the detail of how that's affecting you, or affecting your career or reputation, whatever it may be. This is a sense of even if you're not making a physical move, if that isn't a message for you, Libra, not everyone's going to be picking up and moving house and environment. This is still a sense here where you are going to be going forth with a new plan or idea, and as well getting the nudge, the whatever you need in your mind to say, okay, it's time to go. It's time to go forth with this plan. It's time to go and rise above and make it happen. That's what it's going to be. So I feel this is, and we got the unicorn here. You're going to get your wings with something you're going to feel like you're able to have the freedom that you need to go forth with your ideas, whether it has to do with communications. I'm really getting a lot of communication energy here. Could be writing, could be a number of things, but I feel like this is something with your career that's going to take off and take flight in a fast way. Something here too that you do once you do start it, it's gonna, or what you do it as well too once you put it out there. For some of you, this is like you do have a mountain to climb, but go ahead and do it because it's going to reach, it's going to bring a lot of wish fulfillment towards you once you do display it. Okay, it may be difficult, but the work is going to be worth it, because where it's going to bring you is to this higher plateau here, where you're rising above this negative pattern, or where there's, you know, there's a sense of a community or environment where there's this, they're just going around in circles, no one's elevating, no one's progressing, but you have that power within you to do that. You have the power to regress, but to progress and leave an environment where there is a lot of regression. So I do feel the sense that this is some new journey that you're going to be on, that it will bring you a lot of clarity, and you're definitely what you're, yeah, I feel it's going to come kind of quickly, but there's definitely a decision here. And I also kind of get a sense that this is someone that's going to be maybe assisting you if you're open to it, not being so independent in a situation. There definitely is a sense of like not only healing, but thriving and going to the next phase, healing and really kind of leaving it all behind, however you need to leave it all behind, whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, you'll know what it is. All right, so let's look at the bottom. Balancing act. So there's kind of your energy here. The balancing act is almost somewhat of, we have the 11th with the justice, but the balancing act here, it's a tightrope that some of you are kind of balancing, definitely. And then we do have the magician here at the bottom of the tarot. So with this energy, it's like taking the initiative, and then we have the infinity symbol again. You have everything that you need to manifest whatever it is that you want, initiate a new start in your life. And that's something here where there's this balancing too of your abilities, how you use them. You have the wisdom and the knowledge to I feel get to the other side, allow this ship, because you're in this phase where it's like you're almost there, but there's a lot that you're holding together. You have the ability to hold it together, even in times where you may feel unbalanced here. You have this, and they're standing on what is like, looks like an angel, in a sense of higher perspective, higher mind, next level things here. This is, I feel, this is just kind of indication of your magic, Libra, and what you're here to do. There's a lot of your purpose being played out in front of your eyes this year in 2020. I feel like this lunar eclipse again is kind of just calling you to I feel it's not being so rigid with staying put, leaving your comfort zone, going ahead with and as well too, balancing this shadow side of yourself, and working with both the light and the dark, realizing that that is your place. That's why you're here. That's why you're the balance scales. That you have that ability. So I feel like many of you are going to be fighting how that works for you this year, and within this lunar full moon, lunar eclipse. I feel it's going to be very, very powerful for you in your sense of career, your 10th house, your status, and your area of success. So that is your reading, Libra. I do hope this was helpful for you. And again, I mentioned Twitter because I did kind of hint towards the end of the year that I might do videos where I show myself, but honestly, I really enjoy showing you the cards and how I'm getting the messages much more than I would be talking to the camera. So I feel like the messages flow a lot clearer for me to just continue to focus your videos on the cards. But as well, I do have Twitter where I'm using that as well as an avenue to just provide short insights, messages. I do take pictures, whether I'm using the oracle or the tarot, and I go through the zodiac, and it's for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus as well. So if you're on Twitter, I welcome you to follow me there. course, if you would like a personal reading, that information is below. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you to subscribe. This is something where I'm not going to be on a schedule as far as our calendar. This is spirit-led as far as when I'm going to be coming onto this platform and providing these readings for you. This lunar eclipse, I really felt compelled with it also having a long-term effect to come on for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this. This was helpful for you, and you take care.